Hello everyone, I'm Brian. Today I'm reacting to what is the best spiritual practice for you. So this is Dandapani. He hasn't posted in a little bit, but I think he started back up again. Kind of glad. I kind of want to hear what he has to say. He seems to focus on meditation, at least the videos that I've watched so far. So anyways, let's hear what he has to say.
How would you start to unpack some of those things and allowing to cultivate that balance that I think everyone can understand in this day and age, the need to contribute, the need to have purpose, and at the same time surrendering to the Tao, almost the primordial river of the universe, and allowing that to occur. Does that make sense?
I'll simplify that question in my mind and respond. I think two responses. You mentioned having the clarity in your purpose in your work and what you're doing, and then in the other side, I'm not sure what the right word would be to encapsulate that. Maybe spiritual side or something. There seems to be not as clear clarity of purpose. I always think that there are four steps when it comes to spirituality. Step one is philosophy. We have to gain absolute clarity on what our philosophy is. Our philosophy defines the goal, and I'll share a little bit more than that on that. Philosophy defines the goal defines the path defines the lifestyle. I'll give you a very simple example. Now, Christianity is a huge religion with many denominations. If you take somebody from one denomination and they subscribe to Christian philosophy, and you ask them what is the goal, a person may be heard to say, "Oh, my goal is to enter the kingdom of heaven and serve Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. So I need to go to heaven and serve Christ, my Lord and Savior." That's the goal. Now you have that clear goal. It's external because heaven is somewhere up there. It's where they typically point to in the sky. And then what is the path to get there? And is what is the lifestyle I need to live in order to stay on the path to get to that goal? Now, if you ask a Hindu like myself, my philosophy, the philosophy I subscribe to, defines the goal as experiencing divinity inside of me. Divinity is pure energy that exists in everything, including me and you. My goal is to go inward and experience divinity inside of me. That's the goal. Now, that goal defines a path. That path defines a lifestyle.
Hmm.
So I always feel when it comes to spirituality, it's always good to reverse engineer. Everybody works forward. Working backward allows so much more clarity of how then do I structure my life? My lifestyle then, is it part service? What practices I do? The lifestyle I live needs to keep me on the path that gets me to my clearly defined goal. But if you don't have a clearly defined goal in your spiritual life, then it becomes a mishmash of everything, right?
I will say, well, he ain't wrong. I mean, it's very interesting. I mean, obviously, I think most people obviously needs to find the end goal. You can't be, how do I say? You can't be wandering in the woods trying to find out what you need to do. No, you need to find out what you need to do, then you know where to go in the woods, so you're not just wandering. Perhaps a bad example there, but you if you don't have a clear goal, you're just going to be wandering. And I think, honestly, that's what a lot of, I don't know how I'm relating it to this, but that's what a lot of people in modern society are. They have no goal in their life. So they're just seeking goals, making up goals, and sometimes terrible goals, honestly. And I guess the question I would ask them then is that, there are people who make goals in their life, but they're not always good. They come up with a problem. That's my goal, to solve that problem. But the problem with that goal is it doesn't exist. It is made up. So now they're fighting their way to that goal, but in a sense, they're creating problems so that they can solve the goal. There's not a problem. There's no problem with the goal. They create the problems to solve the goal. I think that's the right way to say it. So they create issues in society. They create issues in life or people around them. And go, aha, that's the goal I've been trying to fight. So they end up creating the problems or creating the goal out of thin air to solve, to win over. I wonder what he would say about that. Now, I don't know how many, I think that's the right way to say it. Let me know what you think. The only reason why I say this is because there's pretty much extremist groups and ideas out there that are creating problems so they can say that's my goal. All these problems that you see that I created, that's my goal, to fix those problems that I created. Because you are the problem that I created, that I say that you're the problem, should I say. You're the problem, and you're the problem that I'm trying to fix. And what's the problem with you? Because I say that you're the problem.
There's no, it's like, oh, this sounds great, and that sounds really good. I'll do a little ayahuasca, and I will do a little of this. I'll do meditation. I'll do some headspace. I'll do yoga, maybe paddleboard yoga. Why not? All of these things are helping me. But you seem like do you work out?
Yeah,
healthy
all the time. Yeah,
you do, right? That's I looked up a little bit about you, and that's kind of your thing. Mm-hmm. So would you recommend to me to just go out there and start munching on carrots and broccoli, and because that's gonna get me a healthy body and healthy lifestyle? Or would you rather me be able to look at my body, see what my body needs, kind of come up with a plan and a structure and approach it that way?
Yeah,
I would imagine it would be the latter, right?
For sure.
So it's the same way with spirituality. People come up to me all the time. It's like, oh, should I do this breathing exercise? Should I do Kundalini yoga? Should I do this? Should I smoke that? I'm like, well, where the hell do you want to go?
Smoke that?
What do you want in life? You tell me where you want to go, and then I might help you might be able to share what will help you get there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess what is the best spiritual practice for you? I don't know if you really answered that, but I think I get what he's trying to say. He's saying that basically is, he did say, what is your goal in life? And then I think the thing that he missed is, I guess, is to find a guru or a spiritual leader or someone to help you achieve that goal. I mean, kind of like if you want to work out or eat healthy, you don't really necessarily know what a good workout regimen is, what a good diet is. So, in order to work out, you go seek a trainer, a physical trainer, to teach you how to, you want to work out your arms, so you know what exercise to work out. You want to target specific muscles in your arms, and you work those out. They know exactly kind of the workout that you need. Maybe eventually, you go to the local gym or whatever, and they'll teach you the basic stuff. But then perhaps once you go past that, you get a more specialized trainer that can tell you specifically which workouts to do to target certain muscles. Because most gyms are very generic. They understand what certain things do, but don't know exactly what the best workout is, because they're general purpose trainers. They're not specialized trainers. Same thing with diets. They'll tell you, it's like, okay, this is about the healthy diet for the average person. But then you can go to a specialized dietitian and get like more specific things that helps benefit you. Maybe to take blood tests or whatever to find out your whatever chemicals is working in your body. So I think same thing with that. It's kind of strange. I don't know how you'd find like a spiritual leader or anything like that though. Doing research online is much like any workout too. Yeah, you can get the general idea, but it's probably best to get a spiritual leader. And but that's kind of a bit more difficult thing to do. Well, in the Western world for sure. But yeah, I wouldn't doubt that finding out what the goal that you want is obvious. That works for everything really. In life, what is your goal? Work towards it. Focus. Study. Research what it takes to do that. Look at leaders. For example, you want to be an entrepreneur or a CEO. Study how Jeff Bezos or whoever's leader, I forgot, the leader of Google or Bill Gates, I guess. Tim Cook, I think is the name. Anyways, just certain leaders like that to see how they took their path. I don't know, some of them are pretty bad. Like I think Bill Gates, Follow some good examples. I don't know which ones are good examples, but just get the general idea of how to get there. It'll help you out. Learn about marketing or whatever it is that's needed to generate that skill that you need to achieve your goal at the end. Great advice for sure. Very difficult to follow sometimes. Anyways, that's my reaction to what's the best spiritual practice for you. He didn't quite answer that. He more along the lines of gave you a question, which is a good question to ask. What are you seeking in spiritual life? I mean, most people are probably seeking peace, contentment. But then how to seek that, I guess, is the question I don't think he answered. Which I'll say is probably look for something that really speaks to you. Whether it be a religion base, Christian, Catholic, whatever it may be. Or guru. Look inwards. I think honestly that's the best one. Doesn't require any bhakti, which is actually pretty easy for the most part. If you believe in that kind of stuff, it's probably one of the easiest. For me, it's not necessarily the most difficult, but it wouldn't be believing in higher power, but it'd be more believing in humanity, and that's what I can do in terms of my devotion and love for humanity. That I can do, and I try to do honestly. Anyways, that's my reaction to what is the best spiritual practice for you. If you like my content, please consider subscribing. Thumbs up, thumbs down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next vid.